A lot of people don't realize this, but prickly pear grows in all 48 of the continuous states of the United States of America. And I believe even in the lower part of Canada, but definitely all of the United States. Now, in the southern states, like here in Texas, it's abundant. But it will grow in all of the U.S., of the 48 states. It can handle freeze. Prickly pear is an excellent source of food. Obviously, these stickers are not edible. I mean, they're kind of painful. But the pads, when they're processed, they're cut up. You get rid of all the stickers and you slice them up. You got nopalitos, which is actually sold in grocery stores. Also, the fruit, the actual pears that will come later. We've been in a drought here in my part of Texas, and so I haven't seen any flowers, but eventually there will be flowers, and those flowers will get pollinated by the bees and other insects, I believe. I've seen it. And then in this fall, we get the fruit, nice ripe fruit, and that makes, oh, that's delicious. All of that's edible, and science proves that prickly pear will prevent certain kinds of tumors from growing. So there's a lot of medicinal uses, in fact, the Native Americans who would consume a lot of the prickly pear in their diet don't even get certain kinds of cancerous tumors. So there's information on the internet. Merriwether Forager has information on this, and so does other sites. But so no matter where you live, if you want to grow prickly pear, you can. It's a slow-growing plant. It spreads by runners under the ground. So once it's established, it can be a pain in the you-know-what to get rid of. And a lot of people don't realize how beneficial it is, and they just get rid of it because, especially in ranch land, if it grows in soils that aren't the greatest out here. And I heard one person say once that when he saw land that had a lot of prickly pear, just tons of prickly pear, he said that was from overgrazing. And it's probably true. Though, if you burn off the stickers, the needles off the pads, livestock will eat it. I've seen my goats eating the fruit. So prickly pear is delicious, though harvesting it can be tedious. But I have a friend up in Ohio, and she wanted some prickly pear, but she didn't think it would grow there. And I'm like, yeah, it grows everywhere. You can grow it. And so earlier this week, I actually harvested some prickly pear pads, cut off the needles as best as I could, wearing these gloves. Those things they will go through leather. They will go through your clothes. You need leather gloves, and you need tweezers when handling prickly pear. But one thing she asked me was, how do you plant it? Well, I'm here to show you how easy it is to plant prickly pear. First of all, I harvested it with this. Kind of broke the pads off the main plant from a plant that the plant wasn't doing very good, and I've got prickly pear growing in areas that I do not want it to grow. I happen to want it to grow. I'm around the border property line, and I want it to grow here, kind of producing a fence that my animals will not want to jump over. They'll a natural fence basically is what I'm trying to create. So I've been using sticks and rocks and prickly pear. So I have a bucket of prickly pear, and I want to show you how to plant prickly pear. See, we just dump it over And there you go. I could just leave it and not do a thing. Absolutely nothing. If these pads touch the ground, they will start sending in roots. I'm not joking. I've got stickers in my finger has some stickers. But I can leave this here and they will, especially with the little bit of moisture, and they'll send roots down and they will start growing. I do not need to do anything else. Personally, I think I'm going to use my hoe and move some of these pads down there because I've got 3 here and I want more to grow. And eventually I'll have a nice big plant along here that I can harvest the fruit and stuff from. But that's really all you have to do. If you want to try to get the ends here where it was cut off the plant, you can stick it in some soil. But honestly, you don't have to. Just laying them on the soil like this is all you got to do. Prickly pear is so easy to grow. I mean, it's hard to get rid of. It's easy to grow. So that is how you plant prickly pear. I hope this little tutorial helps you. You have a nice day.